Everyone worldwide, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Dr. Daryl Wolf, and I'm here with Dr. Sage Wolf, and we're going to call this one, what are we going to call this one? We're going to call
Come
this
to
one
our 5-star healing.
Father and Son, 3, 2, 1, we get it done. And we will get it done, don't we?
We definitely do.
Let me tell you something right now, and I mean this. There's nothing wrong with standing in your power. There's nothing wrong with standing in your power. When you know that you're good at something, it's not called boastfulness. And if you are good at something, especially if you're a health practitioner, you should be giving a money back guarantee, shouldn't you?
You have the confidence in yourself.
Yeah, if you're not giving a money back guarantee, I don't care what type of practitioner you are, where you are in healthcare, whether you're a medical doctor, whether you're a naturopathic doctor, whatever you are, whether you're a massage therapist, whether you're a physiotherapist, how do all of these professions get away with not giving a money back guarantee? You know, it might work, and understand something. We're not telling you that every time we work on something or someone, it's going to work. Do you know why? Because it takes teamwork. That means that the person needs to change their personality. That means that the person has to actually take a look at their addictions, which they don't believe they have any. Everybody I talk to doesn't have addictions. Oh, I just have a great lifestyle. You don't even know you have addictions because the whole world is an addict. The whole world is an addict. To find somebody that's clean, that isn't addicted to flour, isn't addicted to dairy, isn't addicted to sugar, isn't addicted to drugs, isn't addicted to alcohol. Oh, I only drink on weekends, but then you binge. Or I just have one glass of wine every night. Let me tell you something right now, okay? We are so far past the marker, okay? You know the old saying, the horse has left the barn? No, the horse has left the barn and the barn's on fire. Almost 90% of the population has an autoimmune disease, not 1, but 2, and even 3. You think about that. And that's the deal. And understand something. People aren't dying from anything except their personality. Did you get that? Your personality creates your reality. And you know what? And I'll tell you what I'm really tired of is people calling me up and blaming their medical doctors for not getting them well when medical doctors are not in the wellness business, or everybody complaining about natural health practitioners when most natural health practitioners don't even know how to get themselves healthy. You know, there's one thing if I sat here and I was overweight, or I didn't have any energy, okay, or I didn't look younger than my supposed age, but I do. And this isn't being cocky. Anybody can have this. We want to give this to everyone. We opened up Extapa World Healing and Training Center 2.5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and understand something. There was times when we had 200 people there, didn't we? 200 people.
On a constant basis.
On a constant, well, yeah, 60% of the time we filled up almost 200 rooms. Hey, Lauren? And the reality is it really, I'll tell you what it really did. Everything and everyone came. Drug addicts, alcoholics, all looking for the silver bullet. And that was the problem. So I created a problem. And now what are we doing now? We have a personal treatment and training 5-star center, okay? All right? 1 second. So, Extapa Zihuatanego 5 World Healing and Training Retreat. And guess what? We're going to go through them, and then Sage has to catch a plane, believe it or not. He's leaving in just 20 minutes, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, and where are you going?
I'm heading to Australia, Melbourne, Australia, to teach the Wolf Non-Surgical course.
And what are you doing a day and a half after you get there?
Doing a lecture.
How many people are going to be there so far?
Well, who knows who shows up, but 160 have signed up. Probably 120 are probably going to be there.
Yeah, so he's going to be doing a big lecture. If you want to know more about that, how do they find out?
Just go to braveheartnation.com and our lectures are posted up there. And then it's going to be online on our Facebook, on Instagram, so you'll be able to see it and catch it online as well.
And then you're going to be teaching the Wolf Non-Surgical course, right?
Correct.
Is it all booked?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is there room for 1 or no?
Maybe 2, that would be maxed out.
Okay, so
yeah.
there might be room for 2. And when does the course kick?
Course starts on February the 22nd and goes to March the 2nd.
Okay, and then just know this.
21st.
You'll be there for another 2 or 3 weeks doing treatments?
Actual treatments on just like the local clientele.
And then Sage is coming back here because he's booked here. Do you know why he's booked here? Because we have a 5-star world healing and training retreat, and it is the most beautiful home, structured swimming pool, 4 large bedrooms. It's
All the energy medicine
all
devices
the
that you
energy
need.
medicine you'd ever want. Okay, we'll
And
go
the thing
through
is,
that.
and that's why we're doing this now, it's not just about getting treated. Getting treated, if you have no idea what kind of like work this is and you want to experience it, that's the best thing for you. Come experience the Wolf Non-Surgical. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to train one person in every household so we can heal the world one person at a time, starting with ourselves. You can't just constantly go from treatment to treatment. I'm never going to heal that way. We have to look inside and say, when am I going to become my practitioner? When am I going to become my own doctor? Who else is going to show me this form of self-love other than myself? So
how does it feel going from treatment to treatment? You're only good till the next treatment. I said something 2 days ago, and I'll tell you, did I ever stir up the hornet's nest? And I'm going to say it again, but I think people took it wrong. And this is what I said. I said that medical health care, which is not health care, but the medical system should only be involved in 2% of all health care, not 98%. And they are for most people.
well, the
Most
thing is, your
people
life
use-
should only be 2% of a 911 emergency when accidents happen, when you fall
That's
down
it.
the stairs, when
That's
you
all
break
they're
a
good
bone.
for.
That's like, it's like my life is going to be, if I'm lucky, 80, 90 years. Within that time, I'm not constantly damaging myself. I'm not constantly running to the hospital for stitches. That should be 2 to 5%
Don't
at
worry, we'll
most.
keep an eye on it for you.
But-
okay, when you're broken, we'll fix you. No.
But like, we're going there when it's not an emergency. We're going there when it's like, oh, I have a headache. Oh, I feel depressed. Depression is just a symptom because your hormones are out of balance. You're not in alignment with
And your
yourself.
hormones are out of balance because you don't know how to manage stress, and you don't know how to react and attack. But now I'd like to come back to the 2% like I wanted to state, and here it is. They should only be involved in 2% of healthcare. Well, just ask, what do they do? I'm not picking on them because guess what? What you decide to do and what they decide to do to you, that's between you two. And it is. I'm not making a judgment. Chemo? Oh, well, that's mustard gas from the Second World War. Radiation? Use your microwave. Just as good. Okay? Or do I need to cut pieces out of myself because I'm that dirty? I'm that toxic? I'm that evil? Listen, people pick the treatments that they pick because they have been mistreated for so long, they don't even know they're mistreating themselves. But let me finish my little thing. 2% that they should be involved. They should only be involved in sports injuries, car accidents, okay, but chronic health care, what are they even doing in there? They're the ones that cause the chronic health care. And you don't even get it. Most of you don't even get it, and you're not dumb and you're not stupid. It's just that everybody buys into something, nobody questions it because we believe that majority rules, but the majority is being ruled. Here's my last statement. We shouldn't even be in business. If this world was about unconditional love and care for ourselves, then we would know how to look after ourselves from the moment we rise until we close our eyes. We would know how to do. There should be one person in every house doing Wolf Non-Surgical, and I will tell you Wolf Non-Surgical. There's not a better body work out there. Well, do the other body works offer you a money-back guarantee that the first treatment, that they're going to surpass everything else you've ever done combined? Because it's always been a scar tissue issue. It's always been displaced calcium. It's always been about inflammation. There are no diseases, just inflammation. And the biggest inflammation is only 7 inches wide, and that's your brain, because you've never reprogrammed yourself with prominent dominant beliefs based on unconditional love and care for yourself. You don't even know how to have a perfect day from the moment you rise until you close your eyes. You just do things randomly. You don't realize that, guess what? You don't want things anymore. You want to become things, and you want to become them now. If I want something into the future, I'm going to make it right now as if I'm already there. And you might say, liar, liar, pants on fire. But they lied to you, and you lie to yourself. You limit your potential. You limit your healing. Most of you have poverty consciousness. I could lose everything today financially, and I'd be on top of the world and know that I could get it all back. All I got to do is live in the present moment, own it, do my passion, purpose, what I'm supposed to be here for, and then deliver it to as many people as possible. And that's it. Poverty consciousness is because of a poverty belief that has been put into you, and that is the slavery of this planet. And it's also the healing slavery from the medical system. And I can say this, I am not threatened by them. They've come after me so hardcore. If I was leaving, I would have left already. I'm going nowhere. And understand something. When I say this, put us out of work. Okay? And the only way you can put us out of work is if you look after your mental, your emotional, and your physical being, and most people don't have a clue. If I could teach the world my whole life coach course, and they came to me for my 9-day course, there's 1 day off in the middle, we could change the world. And you might go, you're so cocky. Who do you think you are? I'll tell you who I am. I was created by God Almighty, and I'm going to act like it. And I'm very good at this, just like he is very good at teaching the most powerful body work. And if you don't believe me, anybody out there that does body work, if you want to challenge us on this, then come right ahead. And anybody out there that does body work, or you are a medical doctor and you're washing your hands of someone, you're saying, this is as good as it gets, we can't help you, then you send them to us. And then guess what? When you do send them to us, I will work on them for free. And then we will go live with this. And I will prove to you that it's not us being amazing. The creator of everything is amazing. And we've all been lied to. And we've all been limited. And we are going to teach that person right off the very bat that everything they know about health is a lie. And it's not even a full measure on anything. And understand something. The Rockefellers, okay, the Rothschilds, J.P. Morgan, I mean, we are going to go into the greatest economic crash within weeks to just months right now. And they have been feeding off of us and selling us off by the pound since the beginning of time. And guess what? I don't want to open up an Ixtapa Palace, World Healing and Training, where hundreds of people come. We are going to actually make sure that we get to know everybody that comes to the World Healing and Training, aren't we?
It has to be personal.
It has to be personal. And we are not going to be getting people that don't know how to kick their drug addiction, don't know how to do or don't want to kick it.
It's for people who want to change in their life. People who are saying, you know what, the life I'm living is not as good as it gets and I deserve more. We're here to show you what true love is, and that's falling in love with yourself. And the best way to love yourself is the highest form of self-discipline. And it's not discipline where you're going to the gym and you're working out so hard and you're sweating and everything is a struggle. It's self-discipline as through love and through grace, but knowing what I'm doing for myself is having a positive impact in my life, more positive than negative.
Through suffering, you can put that in the garbage right now. That's all I hear from everybody. I have learned so much through suffering. Well, guess what? You could have learned it at light speed because you're a light energy, electrical magnetic being, instead of slow as a turtle and then turtling into your shell and getting beat up for years. Oh my God, I learned so much. Who even made that up? I am so done with all of this stuff. I'm going to tell you something. Rules are for fools. Okay? I make my own laws, unconditional love and care for myself and everyone else. And guess what? That's all you need. You don't need any rules. I don't need the 10 Commandments. And understand something. I'm allowed to say that. I was raised a born-again Christian. I don't need the 10 Commandments. If I unconditionally love and want to care for myself, why do I need any other rules? I don't need them. And I'm just telling you this because I want to set you free, not sting you like a bee and piss you off right now because of what I'm saying. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to tell you that guess what? You need to prepare emotionally, physically, and nutritionally. And we've decided that it's better to do 40 to 50 families or couples a year, right? And that's all we're going to do. We are not into the numbers anymore.
We want the program cemented in because the thing is, you want to create a new program of what is your perfect day. We have to work with you one-on-one to figure that out in alignment with your beliefs and
where you are
and where you're at. And so then we work and we try to surpass that to say, these are our goals. And how do we get there?
If you do not buy into the idea of loving and caring for yourself, you can come for a treatment, but don't come for a training. Because it'll just irritate the hell out of you.
It's going to be overwhelming.
Well, it's going to irritate you because
Yeah.
it doesn't match your belief systems, because you believe that suffering is the way to the Lord, suffering
And
is
that's
the way
why
that you
some people,
learn.
though, are going to come to this, like our 5-star World Healing and Training Retreat, just for a week, 10 days of treatments, juicing, fasting, to get an essence of what is true self-love, what is that high vibrational life that they deserve.
So yeah, you can come to the Extopify World Healing and Training Retreat, and guess what? Say, I don't even want Dr. Wolf to talk to me. I just want to come and have all the best juices,
My foods
all
and
the
meals
organic,
prepared for myself.
everything organic. I want to be able to lay by the structured ozonated pool. I want to actually use all the energy medicine equipment, which we show you how to do.
I want to go for bike rides along the sunset. And
Let's
like
talk
the thing
about
is,
that.
it's just for decompression. So like, there's no limitations with what you want, but we want a training center for people who want to get
You
trained.
limit yourself by your beliefs, and all we want to do is lovingly show you that you have been conditioned to serve the few. The majority of the population is being sold off, okay? And all they are is just cattle, and the majority of the population.
Yeah, but we're making it so accessible for them that they can either dip their foot in the water or they can dive right in.
Yeah, you know what? You're not going to be able to go anywhere and do cell-sonic, cardio med bed, or have red light therapy, biotron therapy, PMF therapy, live
Avicen.
and stay in such a beautiful place in the world, okay, and have all of this at the price we're offering it anywhere else. You're never going to have it. We already know that, because at the end of the day, we want people to come and leave there going, wow. They delivered what I was supposed to have when I came to this planet. So the things we're going to do, if you want to go take a look at it, you can go to DOD5star.com, couples treatment and training. It's usually 7 days. Sage, do you want to talk about that for just a minute?
Yeah, so the couples treatment and training is like one of our most popular trainings because I travel, but I do personal treatment and trainings to go. So like if you guys didn't want to come to Ixtapa, Mexico, and you didn't want to come to the 5-star retreat, you would just hire me and I would fly out to you and I would train you in the comfort of your own home or your clinic. There's no limitations with that. But the couples treatment and training is usually one of our most popular because I want my significant other to be able to work on me if I'm working on them. I want us to grow old together, but we have our vitality.
No,
and
we
so
want you to grow. You'll grow older, but not old.
But
And
that's exactly what I'm saying. And
scar,
so,
can I just say this? Scar tissue is the issue. So understand, Grandpa. You know what? You stopped playing. You stopped playing sports. You started watching them. You stopped moving. You stopped grooving. You stopped dancing. You stopped living because you got dehydrated.
Yep.
And we're going to show you how to bring hydration back to those issues in your tissues, and they will be young again, and so will you.
so we want to grow young together, but either way, we all age. But the thing is, I don't have to feel like I'm aging all the time. I don't have to feel achy. I don't have to feel like my energy is leaving me. We want to teach you. So the couples treatment and training, one of our most popular, because I'm teaching the couples how to like work on their ailments that they've created throughout life, and then also how to keep each other vital and healthy.
And believe it or not, he's going to work with you emotionally, mentally, physically, nutritionally during that 7 days. And
We go over it all, from diet to mentality, but our focus is the Wolf Non-Surgical.
And just so you know, don't underestimate what he knows. Okay, that's very important. Okay, he was certified when he was 13 years old as a Wolf Non-Surgical Therapist. You're going to go, well, you shouldn't have done that. Well, guess what? I don't play by the system's rules anywhere. Nobody rules us. Okay, we have our own university that you could start off as a patient and get a doctorate in natural medicine. You can come to us and get a doctorate in indigenous medicine, and there's no white man law anywhere, no courts, no bylaws that can touch you. Understand something. You just need to learn the game that they created. It's called cat and mouse, all right?
I've logged 15,000 hours for a reason.
Yeah, he's done 15,000 hours in non-surgical. And understand
In trainings.
Trainings. And the reality is this, remember something. All our non-surgical therapists give a money-back guarantee on their first treatment that it will outshoot everything else. Nobody does that because it's a marketing ploy. We're trying to tell you that 95% of everything that you've learned is only
If you
to
don't go
what?
past...
Pain management. how many pain management clinics are around? Do you want your pain managed or do you want it mastered? And do you want your pain to be a GPS or do you want it to be an enemy?
And if you don't work with your client on that loving basis, but you push them past in a loving way, past their comfort zone, they'll never get the true healing because they never realized that it was an emotional state that created the physical issue in the first place.
And they'll never realize that their personality is not actually theirs. We came as light energy, electrical magnetic beings, and then guess what? We were actually programmed with our beliefs by our parents, and guess what? God love our parents, but just know this, that this is an actual stat that people have 70% negative to 90% negative beliefs in their programming that they are not even aware of, because most of the population has been taught like that. Because if you didn't notice it, the media, the TV, the radio, your parents, your friends, they're all programmed just to vomit and have diarrhea everywhere with all the stuff that's going out there. And we're going to teach you that if you mind your own business and you put energy into yourself, that is the best way that you're going to heal the rest of your friends, your family, and the world. Wolf Non-Surgical Training.
So that's for either like singles or like people who want to come down and they just want to learn non-surgical, but I'm not interested in getting certified. I don't really care to do it as a business. I have family that I like care about that want to get worked on. I have friends, but I'm just slightly interested in doing the body work and what this actually holds. So then we're going to shorten those hours, we're going to shorten the days a little bit, and we're going to do the Wolf Non-Surgical Training. But that would feed if you wanted to dive into it even more into the Wolf Non-Surgical certification. So you can actually become a certified practitioner. You can do this work. You can start your own company. You can start your own business. You can work in another clinic.
The day you leave here, you should be working on every one of your family members and everybody else, and you should make your cards, and we will make your cards, we'll build your website for cost. And when I say cost, we are Braveheart Nation. We don't need the money from making websites. We don't need it for cards. We're gonna help you market yourself, because guess what? You gotta love it. Natural health practitioners, they're all heart, but they don't know how to market. And we have a whole marketing team, and that marketing team is there for you. We are creating a Braveheart Nation all over the world. We have thousands of practitioners throughout the world. And that's why we're trying to create these power centers.
So from then on, we will go to the Athletic Wolf Non-Surgical Certification. That's dealing mostly like, I'll do one-on-ones with like personal trainers, athletic trainers, athletes themselves who have been through injuries. So then we'll just mostly focus on like muscle tears and then joint inflammation, just from either like compact sports
or calcification because of too much inflammation. And guess what we're actually going to do? We're going to actually show trainers how they can get more out of their athletes and stop injuring them. Because trainers are actually taught in universities and colleges in a way that they damage their own athletes.
Yep. And then the pain-free pelvic restoration. That, like,
the holy grail.
People don't realize how important, like, the pelvis is your number one. Because your pelvis, it looks like a soup bowl. If you look at the structure of anatomy, it's a soup bowl. And then there sits your large intestine right above it, and your small intestine, which are both critically important for your digestive tract. So once your GI tract starts kind of breaking down, and
autoimmune disease is called leaky gut, and it's not leaky gut, it's only leaky large intestine. And if you noticed it, the medical system attack one organ more than any other called your large intestine. They're actually programmed to actually destroy your immune system. And they don't even know it. Really? We're going to take an antibiotic for like everything, a sniffle, an earache, a headache?
Drugs,
okay,
like, those
seriously?
are just ripping the lining of your intestinal wall.
What happens is the antibiotics go from your mouth down here, and when they get here, it's like an atomic bomb. They'll kill the bacteria, but guess what they do? They will mutate the good bacteria and turn the yeast into fungus. It drills holes through you. Now you're a screen door in a submarine pooping in your pelvis. Sage?
So then we want to go in, because over this time, as that inflammation seeps in, your body's like, holy crap, I'm under attack.
Holy crap, I'm under attack.
And so now that we're under attack, we have to send tons of fibrous tissue to the area. So we're sending fibrin there, but that lactic and uric acid, because I'm so acidic, is binding that fibrin to create these adhesions. It's like if I put glue or gum in your intestinal walls and things are sticking together. Generally, I want them to have like, it's like almost like a gel lining over top of the intestinal walls. They should slip. They should move past each other easily. If you had
slide.
If you had a perfect intestinal tract and you were doing belly button therapy, you could slowly, over just slowly breathing, work your way, and you'll be able to touch your spine. Most people won't even get near there for
Because
a
of
while.
adhesions. You've got bands of scar tissue wrapping
It's
around,
looping
choking
things
you up,
together.
and sticking it together like crazy glue. And that's a big problem.
Yeah, so we teach the pain-free pelvic restoration just to learn how to restore through techniques, internal and external, doing the Wolf non-surgical, doing certain squats, certain exercises.
Vaginal infusion,
Vaginal,
ultimate coffee enema.
we teach you how to restore the pelvis back to, so endometriosis.
Okay, so here it is. You can reverse all of these. Uteral cancer, but it's stage 4 inflammation. It's not cancer. They called it cancer. Cancer is a death wish. We don't have a death wish. It's stage 4 inflammation. We can handle that. So it's how you talk. You better watch how you talk. You ever watch how you talk? I want something? No, become something. Okay? I'm trying? No, I'm doing it. Okay? So this is how we need to talk. And I'm telling you, every time you talk, you're putting messages out to the universe, and you are being heard. So you better get that. And you are being delivered, because you do have a choice. But watch your mouth, watch your thoughts, because that's really important here. And this is what we want to teach you. And there are strategies that are simple that an 8-year-old could do them, and that's what we're going to teach you to do, is how to have fun with yourself and change that kitty litter into a sandbox. Eh, Sage?
100%.
Okay. So the pain-free pelvic restoration and Wolf non-surgical, this is where you're going to actually focus on the...
as well.
Yeah, you're going to come with your partner. Because your partner, because if you deal with someone, okay, so now I've got a fibroid, okay, and it's the size of a grapefruit. Well, we can reduce that by about 30% in one treatment, especially using Cellsonic, cardio med bed, and non-surgical. We will shrink that sucker down, okay, especially if you are doing like an advanced water fast, or you're here and doing an organic juice fast, okay, along with our nutraceuticals and doing all the energy medicine, sitting on the most powerful red light therapy in the world. And it's called a red light therapy chair, and it'll go up 17 inches right into your spine. It'll radiate everything in your pelvis. Anyways, that's just one of the tools we have. But what we're going to do is teach your partner how to do the non-surgical, and they can lovingly go in and pull apart, because the more angry the fibroid or the tumor is, the more you have to, I love you, not go in and try to pull it apart. If it was just a scar tissue issue, we can just go in there and take it apart.
Pull it apart, but if it's something that's where it's like
Stage
angry,
3,
mutated,
stage 2, 3, and 4.
we got to change the structure of it.
We can go around it and do non-surgical and pull all that apart. That's the first thing.
We got to bring what you're doing, because you're on such a high vibrational diet. You're living a high vibrational lifestyle, that we got to bring that high vibrational lifestyle into that dark formation that you have created during some period of your life where maybe it wasn't the most high vibrational.
The invisible creates the physical. You need to get this. That tumor, it was a rumor. You didn't speak right, you didn't think right, and you didn't drink right, and you didn't eat right, and it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault, and now you can't blame it on anyone else, the medical doctors, or anybody else. You got to say, I get it. I got it. I am going to learn how to do a perfect day. And I'm going to let the people that know what they're doing to go in there and teach me and treat me. And I'm going to come back home and rock it. Okay, do you know how many cancer clinics there are in Mexico? Do you know how many people actually get so-called cured? And nobody gets cured. There's no such thing as a cure. It's what you do.
Reverse the symptoms.
Yeah, it's what you do in your day. The only cure is you. It's your perfect day. It's unconditional love and care. It's everything that you do, the people you hang around with, the things that you drink, the things that you eat, the way that you speak. It's all high vibrational. And guess what you do? You look for people that challenge you to grow and evolve. You don't hang around with people that are way vibrating down here. You know, it's just like the person comes to me and goes, I do a parasite cleanse 3 times a year. I can't seem to get rid of them. Oh, I can tell why. Your personality is very low vibrational. You're focused on negative things. Okay, and understand something. I never have to do a parasite cleanse ever again in my life. Why? Because I brought my vibration up. Okay, just know this, that 95% of all worms that are created inside the body. They're not eaten in food or water. Did you get that? All right. So anyways, the pain-free pelvic restoration.
I just want to say thanks for hopping on, everybody. I will catch you guys in Australia. You'll see me live in the next couple days. I hope everybody just has a most blessed one, and I will see you in the next.
All right.
Thanks.
I love you, babe.
Love you too.
Have a really great trip. Okay. All right. Okay, we got a pitch hitter. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the pain-free pregnancy. Okay, so understand something. The pain-free pregnancy, usually it's not 7 days, it's actually 12 days. Okay, I need you to understand there is no protocol that's ever been put together like this, has there? Anywhere? No. This is where the couple comes and, of course, the carrier of the baby. And then you've got the partner. The partner learns Wolf Non-Surgical, learns how to support their partner. But this program's all about learning how to love and care from yourself from the moment you rise until you close your eyes. And if you can do that, then you don't have to worry about loving and caring for each other, because that's the only program you're running. You know what? You have to always think about caring for the other person, because guess what? You don't know how to care for yourself or love yourself. And that's the truth. And you know what? Everybody that comes in here will say, you don't know what you're talking about, Dr. Wolf. And how long does it take for me to prove to them that what they believe is their limit, they're not even scratching the surface of their potential?
Yeah, usually the first day they're going, OMG. Second day it's starting to sink in. The third day is when they get the powerful wow.
And that's when you come for like a personal treatment and training here in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, or you come, if you come to my whole life coach course, that's where the thunder comes, right? Because you're with it usually about a dozen to 15 other people, right?
Yeah.
And you get to see, okay, that everybody is swimming in the same pot of poo, and everybody thinks that it's just fine, jump on in, because that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, we're so quick to accept the reality that we're dealing with. You know, we're so quick to say that's as good as it gets.
Because you look around and remember majority rules, but no, majorities were fooled. They're fooled. Believe it or not, and don't take this wrong, I am no better than anybody else on this planet. I just treat myself better. I treat other people better. And I know that there's no limit on how we can do that. And that's the only difference. And the majority of the population does not know how to love themselves, does not know how to care for themselves. And guess what? They will never, okay? Unless you were going to walk away from all systems and understand there's only two systems. You're the first one, and the other one is the solar system.
There you go. You are the first one. You've got to take care of yourself first and foremost. You've got to learn how to fly. First, love yourself. And the protocols that we have here at the DACA Detox World Healing and Training Center work. I have counseled people all over the world, and the ones who anchor solid on the information that we give them, those are the ones that get the results. And you know, I get a call back in a few weeks, and it's OMG, I'm feeling so much better. And then a few weeks later, they're on top of things. They're starting to move more. They're taking care. They're standing in their own power, and they're learning how to take care of these beautiful bodies. You know, when I talk to people, they can tell me that they love who they are. And some people love what they do. But if you have a health situation going on, you are not loving the body.
You're dishonoring yourself. The invisible creates the physical. The psychological rules the biological. And you didn't notice it, that you're not being ruled and marketed to? You're not noticing? How many of you will have an emergency and run right to the hospital? How many of you will actually take antibiotics and it's not a life-threatening situation, and they cause life-threatening situations? And that's the deal. And understand, so when I have people bantering at me that I'm a big mouth or all this stuff, I'm okay with it. You have to understand that. I got to be okay with it. I'm the minority of the minority. The reality is that I'm going to speak the truth. I don't want to hurt anyone, because I don't want anybody hurt anymore. I don't want to see people hurt. How does it feel to be frustrated and not have answers because health is such a mystery? Okay, no, it's a bloody religion. Okay? Nobody can figure anything out. Okay? It's like, this is as good as it gets, Martha. Go home and get your will together. And no, Martha, you need to find your will.
Yeah, doctors know statistics. They do not know.
Health or love or care. But they do love.
Yes.
They do love. Do you understand? But they don't know that the power of love is what's important, not the love of power.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyways, let's keep moving. So personalized healing, relaxation, getaway. Well, what we have is you can have a cleaner there every day at the retreat.
Yeah, someone's going to make your juices.
It's going to make everything you want. You can have fresh fish every day. Okay? You can have organic animal products every day if you want. Because we need, a holiday is really important, even if it's a small day. But the reality is we're not trying to change people. We're just trying to show people they need to change.
That's right.
There's a difference, okay? I can't change my kids. I can't change anyone. I just want to show that we can always change. Look if you're the type of person who says, I hate change, I wouldn't be able to be around you, because that means that you want everything to stay the same. And I don't know how anybody could have anything stay the same and tell me that this is an exciting, adventurous life.
Yeah, we want to have the most that's available out there, and we want to keep striving for more. I mean, that's what keeps us motivated to do more too. Is set those goals and start working on yourself, and baby steps in the right direction. Because if you bite off too much, you're going to get overwhelmed.
Gentle, baby, loving steps. And maybe the personal healing and relaxation getaway, where all you're doing is getting non-surgical, using the energy medicine, going and driving on the pathways with the electric bites. But now you're loaded up with the best organic juices. You're on the best nutraceuticals. You've got a smile on your face. You've got a beautiful structured waterfall in the pool, in the backyard for you, with a jungle right behind you. You've got everything you need, okay? From a rebounder to a vibration plate. You've got it all. You'll just probably want to stay, but time is limited, right? Okay. All right. So advanced water fast or juice fasting retreat. People will come down and do this, but they want the whole enchilada. So they will be getting trained as well. They will be getting treatments as well. They will be learning how to do the Wolf non-surgical. They'll be trained on how to do a proper ultimate coffee enema, how to do the therapeutic vomiting, how to do the vaginal infusions. Everything is going to be taught, okay? And depending on a person's needs.
Yeah.
That's what we do is before you come for any of these personal treatment and trainings, we come on Zoom and we go, okay, so where are you? What do you want to do? So let's say you decide to come down for a week, and let's say that you're coming down in 2 to 3 months. You may change it 3 times before you get here. But as long as you change it, what you want to do, just not when you get here, because that's a little bit of a shotgun technique. But the reality is this. What you're going to do is you'll read through, first of all, go get PDG free. That's PDG, Perfect Day Guide, pdgfree.com, and go take a look at that guide. And when you start reading it, you're going to go, oh my God, Dr. Wolf talks like in a way that an 8-year-old can understand this. I never knew that about health. You know what? I can do this. Polymyalgia just means pain in many muscles. Arthritis just means inflammation of the joints. Fibromyalgia just means that you've got pain bouncing around in your muscle fibers. COPD just means you had inflammation and infection in your lungs, and now you've got mucus congestion building up in the alveoli, and you're choking yourself off. There is no diseases. There's just inflammation, which creates mucus production. And inflammation creates mutation too, right? Okay. The biggest form of mutation, okay, all right, is called the big C thing. And it's not a big C, it's a little c, okay, when you can remove the contamination and the complications that have been created so that you don't understand. So anyways, you can come and you can pick. So if you want Dr. Sage Wolf to come to you, you would go to personaltreatmentandtrainings, okay, .com, and it lists how to host him. Okay, whether he's coming for one or a couple, or he's coming for a group, or he's coming for a certification. And then if you're coming to us, you would go to dod5star.com. Okay, and feel free. I'll show you my number here at the end. You can call me directly, and you can call me Daryl. You can call me Buddy. You can call me anything you want. Okay, all right. Just don't do the sir thing, because when you do the sir thing, it's because you're putting me above you. Don't do that. Never put me above you, okay? And understand that. What doctors have done is put themselves up on a pedestal, and then they talk really big words. And none of that is impressive, and it's not even intelligent. It's actually showing you're very ignorant. And we need to understand something. We need to all come together as a Braveheart family and to actually care for each other, no matter what our beliefs are, right? It's all about love, and it really is. If you didn't hate anything, okay, or you weren't angry about things all the time, you wouldn't be sick, and because that's the truth, okay? All right? So let's take a look here. So let's say you did come. Well, you're going to get picked up from the airport. You'll get dropped off when you want to leave. We've got electric bicycles, okay? And you can go all the way to Zihuatanejo. Are the paths safe?
They are.
Is this the safest place you've ever been in the world, Lorraine?
It absolutely
Guys,
is.
don't believe the BS that you hear. Seriously, did we have not hundreds but thousands of people come down in
We
the
did.
2 years?
We
Thousands came to our healing retreat. So, and did anybody ever get hurt?
No.
No. Okay, except for getting drunk and falling down the stairs, maybe. There was a
Yeah.
couple of those, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing we have is structured swimming pool and showers throughout the house, ping pong, full kitchen, blender juicer, coffee maker, of course, house cleaning every day if you want it, washer dryer, internet, TV, iMac computer, Bluetooth speaker, okay? And then you can see the list. Do you want to read the list of the therapies?
You know what? I have my
Okay,
glasses on.
so therapy, she doesn't do enough C60 and she hasn't done enough liver purging because your eyesight comes back. And the reality is a lot of people can't see straight because they don't mind their own business. And I'm not talking about Lorraine, but you'll be able to see straight when you start focusing on your passion, your purpose, your goals. When you are trying to be everyone else and everything else, you'll never see straight. You'll always have blurred vision, and especially with blue light. I actually broke my Teslas yesterday, and so I've got to repair them. But people don't understand blue light is stronger than 5G, and it actually causes brain damage. Just so you know that. All right, so those of you that have your kids with a little phone and they're in a stroller, just know that you are destroying their brains. Their brains are 100 times more affected by blue light than an adult because the actual skull is not thick enough to back off on that. Okay? All right. So what else is going on? Let me see here. Yeah, we've got the Avicen Enhanced Microcirculation Therapy. That increases microcirculation in the body by 66%. No other device does that we know of on the planet. Next thing is we have Bioptron Full Spectrum Light Therapy. It is the only full spectrum light therapy in the world. You can actually look into this light, and that's how I really improved my eyesight. I used to wear glasses. I had prescription glasses. I have perfect eyesight now, and I'm almost 67 years old, and I wore glasses for about 16 years. Go figure. Okay, but you know, I see clear now, and you know why I see clear? Because I totally love myself unconditionally. And if I fail at something, it's not a fail. I need to just practice it more. And if something happens in my life and it's a disruption, I connect to my breath. I wear a slight smile, and I don't destroy myself. I'm not going to suffer anymore. I'm not suffering for the world. I'm not suffering for my family. I got to be there for them. I can't suffer for my patients. I got to be there for them. I can't, you know, if I suffer for my patients, then I teach them what?
Suffering's the
Please,
way.
please, let's stop this, okay? Religion has choked most of us. And I'm not talking about all religion, but religion really loves that suffering stuff, doesn't it? Doesn't it love that suffering stuff? Okay, so next. Sentient Element, this is the most powerful PEMF therapy that you can get. It's a Tesla coil, and we can do thousands of different frequencies. We can lock into anything you have, from a bug to a disease, right?
Yeah.
Next thing is the vitamin D crystal light. This is special. This is a vitamin D light with pure crystal in front of it. And when the vitamin D light goes through the crystal, it actually changes your DNA, RNA, and all the way down to your mitochondria. And you'll feel it, okay? Next thing is we have the RX red light body therapy. It's the most powerful red light body therapy, and we use it on different parts of our body. And then we have the seat that goes right up into healing the pelvis and right up through your spine. And then we have the vibration plate, because you just want to get on there and just shake it loose, baby, because you want to move your lymph, move your blood, okay, which is really, really important, okay? And guess what? All of these devices I just said, they're free. You're not going to get another place that's going to let you use these for free. Is that true?
That's true.
You know how many people come to us and they have clinics and they charge? And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you we don't need to. We're not going to. Okay? All right? And also, don't forget, we have the Cellsonic there. Okay, the Cellsonic is the most powerful energy medicine device. It can shut down stage 4, which they call the big C, and it'll shut it down. It doesn't mean that it's cured. It means it's shut down. Unless you shut down negative programs in here, you erase and replace them with unconditional love and care, and you're off the hook, baby. It's coming back. Oh, I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. I'm a 3-time cancer survivor. Hardly anybody makes it to 4, right? I mean, how many times does it take you to learn that you didn't change your personality, so you recreated the reality, and your body just can't take it anymore? You're out of here, baby. Don't be proud about being a survivor. Be proud about being a thriver. A survivor is somebody that limps along and says, this is as good as it gets. And understand something. I'm not putting anybody down. This is all programming. This program has been going on for thousands of years. I will not talk like anything except the way that I know and what I came from, which is God Almighty. And I will talk like that. I will walk like that. I will live like that. And nobody is authority over me. Nobody. And understand, nobody is authority over you either. And they will be authority over you if you need approval, if you take things personal, and if you need someone to fill up your heart, well, it's going to be torn apart. You have to fill up your heart and find that God spot, and then push that button through every day, every moment that you think about it. You need to become the light of your life. You need to become the hero you've been seeking. And that's the God's truth. They're the only really happy people. I just want you all to know that everybody just can't stop talking about things like this savior coming, or Trump coming, or, you know, I'm not telling you not to focus on those things, but put them over here on the shelf. When they get here, they get here, if that's what you believe. But you better make you right now. You better make you right now. And you better stop blaming medical doctors for your problems, because they sell drugs, they do surgery, and that's what they do. So what part of that, okay, are they responsible for? Selling drugs and doing surgery. Did you get that yet? Did you get that? Because you're all programmed. And guess what? They take the abuse, don't they? Would I stay in a practice where people were always talking bad about me? No. They're so programmed, they don't even know that their whole foundation is built on corruption. And that corruption is corrupting people. And look at, what are they really going to do to me for saying this? It's the God's truth. Am I really happy that the medical system exists? Absolutely. There's people in my family that will never take personal action, and they would not be alive if it wasn't for the medical system, because they'll never eat right, drink right, think right, look after themselves or love themselves or care for themselves. So I'm really glad they're there. Am I glad that they sell drugs that actually numb you out but actually don't heal you? Yeah, because some of my family members might have committed suicide by now just because of the pain and the suffering. But then understand something, and you can believe it or not, but I did my first whole life coach when I was 27 years old. My first training. I'm not making this up. I'm 67. Even if I'm as dumb as a stump, and people might think, oh, he's arrogant. I got to learn something. I have to have learned something from it. What are you going to learn today? What are you going to do different today? What are you going to change in your personality today that brings more joy into your life? That's what I'd like to know. And then we have the cardio med bed. So just know this, Cellsonic will shut down stage 4 inflammation, but it won't go away unless you learn how to play and change that that kitty litter into a sandbox. And that's the God's truth. Are you going to make different choices or just go back home and eat and treat yourself the way you did before you came? Then why would there be any difference? And understand, when you do, the majority of your friends and your family are going to call you a health nut. They're going to say, did you join a cult? Because of course you have to have joined a cult if you're not part of the majority. Okay? All right? Yeah. So then there's a cardio med bed, and guess what? What would you do with perfect circulation? How about if you had a 92% blockage in your heart and you have to have surgery? If you do Cellsonic, you do cardio med bed when you come, you go and use the light therapy as often as you want. You can't hurt yourself. You are a light energy being, for God's sakes. And then if you were to start eating and drinking right, and of course you're going to go out and go down to the little tienda store and you're going to cheat a little bit, because you can't get rid of these habits so fast.
Not so fast.
No,
yeah.
no. You know, and you can't be hard on yourself. And when you come here, you can tell. Can they tell me anything?
You bet.
Can you say everything?
You bet.
Oh yeah, there's no judgment here. Let me tell you something. I want to tell you right now, you all deserve a badge of honor because you came down to a life-threatening BS place, and it's the stinky BS, not belief systems, but the stinky BS. And the reality is that on this planet, people like the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, the government, it's very corrupt, and they're allowed to rule here because all you had to do was learn how to rule yourself, and they have no control over you. There is a God, and there is a beautiful, beautiful world down here, but not until you become the only authority of you, and you make beautiful, wise decisions, and you learn how to live in the moment, and you stop feeling guilty about things or worrying about your... Do I stay in the moment?
You do.
I make plans, don't I?
You do.
But
yeah.
how do my plans go?
Yep.
Don't they? You're around.
Yeah.
Do I have a lot of big projects going on right now?
Sure do.
A lot. Probably a half a dozen to a dozen, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're huge. Most people just have one, and I'm not trying to tell you I'm special. I'm not saying that. It's just I want to get moving here because the big change for planet Earth is only weeks or months away. And I'm trying to get everything situated, okay? We're still doing our world tour. We'll be in Stuart, Florida, doing the Wolf Non-Surgical, doing the Whole Life Coach certification, and the pelvic restoration with Lorraine.
Yeah.
But the reality is this, they're going to try to create a lot of chaos when we make this shift, okay? Out of fiat currency and into digital currency. So they've got to create wars and civil war, and they've got to create all kinds of problems so they can get the majority down on their knees and begging please to, okay, we'll do anything. I don't want to get into it. But those of you who want to know what I think, go to BHN, The Ripple Effect on Telegram. BHN, The Ripple Effect on Telegram. And you'll see where my head is at and how I'm trying to prepare so that I can continue the Braveheart Nation mission, okay? Because the reality is if I get wiped out financially, it's not going to do Lorraine good.
No. It's not.
Or the other 30 people in my business, and then I've got hundreds of practitioners, don't we, around
do.
the world.
We
Yeah.
do. And
Thousands.
more coming on
We've
board.
got thousands. I just want to say hundreds, but we've got thousands. Now, so when you come to our retreat here in Zihuatanejo, just expect all this, okay? There it is. Okay, from the moment you rise until you gently close your eyes, fresh juices, healthy meals prepared. When I say, I probably should have said fresh organic juices, but the reality is the only thing you're going to get down here is organic. They don't do GMOs. They don't do pesticide, herbicide because they're not into genocide. Okay? They don't have 5G down here, and they don't have, and there's no chemtrails. There's never been a chemtrail. So you need to understand that, okay?
Yeah, the farmers are actually working with the soil.
Yes.
They're doing old school, the way it should be.
And seafood caught daily, and I mean daily, like it was caught at 5 o'clock in the morning, and you're going to eat it at 4 or 5 o'clock at night if you want it, or at lunch. It's up to you. You know, create your adventure of a lifetime. Do it. Okay. All juicing and blender drinks are organic, made fresh daily, coconut filtered structured water throughout the whole house. All right?
So pampered and cared for the whole time.
Yeah, and then here's all the testing that we do. But just know this, the greatest test is how you feel. That's it. And then how you look. Okay? All right? And then how you speak and how you think. Okay? And how you drink and how you eat. Those are the tests. Okay? How much you smile. And that you smile when there's no reason because you are just so grateful for existing. The tests we do first is designing your perfect day. That's what we want to do. Nutritional, emotional consultations if you want. Nutritional, emotional training if you want. Wolf non-surgical treatments if you want. Wolf non-surgical training if you want. This is all about you. You know what? You may come down this time and go, oh my God, I had the time of my life. I didn't learn a lot, but I had a lot of fun and I got to learn about myself, which is the most important thing. And guess what? The next time you come, you're going to go, okay,
Give me more.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
You're maybe not ready today. You may not believe you can do it today, but I believe in you. Okay? So pelvic restoration, Wolf non-surgical training, pelvic restoration treatments, pelvic restoration training, thermography. We have the best thermography testing in the world. Heavy metal testing. Our heavy metal testing is the most accurate in the world. Bone density testing. Okay? Everybody loves that one. And that's free, by the way. We want everybody to see where they stand so that they can stand. Cell sonic regeneration. Okay, cell sonic regeneration, there's nothing like it. It's called bringing the thunder down. It's like instantly decalcifying your mitochondria. How many people know that your mitochondria make ATP, and if it wasn't for ATP, you wouldn't be alive? How many people know that a 75 kilogram person, which is about a 185 pound person, actually needs to make 200 pounds of ATP a day? How many people know that people that are in bed and have any type of disease and can't get out of bed, they actually, your mitochondria is supposed to spin 2,500 times per second, and theirs only does it 300 times. And as soon as you do cell sonic, you decalcify the actual the mitochondria, and instantaneously it goes back to spinning where it should. How many people know that you should never be around family members if you have a disease, because they are part of your disease? How many people know that you need to be around people that know how to strategize for you to create a new personality for yourself, so that when you go home, that you can withstand your family that has limited belief systems? They actually believe that cancer kills. It's a death sentence. They actually believe that they have no answers. They actually believe that the body doesn't heal anymore unless it's a doctor saying, we'll keep an eye on it for you because he lives behind the toilet. All right? Cardiomed bed. Well, if you have perfect circulation, you'll have perfect health. In 3 to 4 treatments, impotence is gone. Okay, how's that? The cell sonic and the cardiomed bed are the world's fastest way to get rid of fat and cellulite. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you bet.
And understand, people that have stenosis of the spine, kiss that goodbye. People that have neuropathy in their legs, kiss that goodbye. You know, all of this is a circulation, inflammation, calcification problem. That's it. Therapeutic relaxation massage. We know some really great therapists, and they go nice and deep, or they'll go nice and easy. They'll come in and they will do that for you. And it's not so bad, eh? They'll come to you, to the house, and we're talking about $25 for an hour here. Okay? All right?
Yeah.
All right? Okay? All right. And then if you want, we'll get you a personal driver. And remember something, if you want to go to the best dentist for the best price, we know where to go. If you want to find a real estate agent, we know we've got the people that will never mess you around or play gringo bingo. Okay, if you decided you wanted to live here, we know how to do that. If you decided you want anything down here, we're going to help you. And you don't have to come to our you don't have to come to the Ixtapa Zihuatanego retreat. You can call me, okay? And I mean that. You can call me, is that it? Nope. Hold on a second here. Yeah, this is the retreat right here. These pictures are the retreat right here. Okay? All right? And here, there's my phone numbers, guys. So 855-900-4544, extension 5. You can call that from anywhere around the world. Okay? If you call 469-861-8884, direct or WhatsApp anywhere around the world, or direct from USA, it's my USA phone number. Okay? And then if you say, well, I can't afford it. But right now, that's just a belief. Change your beliefs. Seriously. You do know that people become millionaires even when there's a depression on. Everybody has a gift. You need to find it. And I'm not telling you you want to become a millionaire. I just need you to stop talking about how you're just trying to pay your bills. I need you to stop talking about how you just want to live long enough to see your children raised. I just need you to stop talking like this, because you don't want to talk like this anymore. You want to watch the way you speak, because everything is a vibration that goes out to the creator of everything. And then just like a boomerang, it comes back to you. Oh yes, prayer works, meditation works, but I believe in walking meditation. Don't I, Lorraine?
Yeah.
And that's where, guess what? I will meditate, I will pray, but I believe in, for any of those things, walking meditation. And that is what? Being in the God spot of my heart and staying there all day long. So if anything happens, I don't react and attack. Okay? If I'm in the present moment, I can heal myself, I can bring myself up. If I'm in the present moment, I own my life. Nobody owns me. Do you ever notice how people try to dramatize you, traumatize you, okay, and then you lose it? Do you ever notice when you watch different things on TV and you see government people talking, or CEOs of corporations, and you know they're lying right out of their mouth? And guess what? You're getting all angry and they're staying calm. Who looks like the idiot? I know he's lying. I know he is. Okay, calm down, Martha. Calm down. Calm down. These people are always going to lie. You know, the reality is a good part of the majority of the population, we learned that through COVID. Okay? I'm just doing my job. It doesn't take a lot of money to pay somebody off to just do their job. And understand, the higher you go in government, or the higher you go with any type of system, the more they got you by the knickers, okay? Or, you know what? You just sold your soul. And that's the deal. Things aren't going to change. I know some of you believe that there's someone coming along to save everything. It could get a little bit better. But guess what? Doesn't it feel good when you're the one that saves you? Doesn't it feel good when you're the one that totally creates your world and you're not waiting for some magic man or woman? I want you to really think about this. I want you to think about it really deep. And I want you to understand something. I'm allowed to say this. Oh, and hold on one second. Rafa, Carla, can you please check the phone over here? I want you to really think about something. And I'm not against anything that anybody's ever learned or been programmed to learn. But I truly believe that that which created the universe said, game on, Daryl. Let's see what you can do. I'm always with you. I'm never going to buy into the thing that I have some old man or something up in the sky watching me and grading me. How do you like to live like that? I lived like that for, the first probably 20 years of my life. That was long enough. So, 47 years of my life have gone by now. And I don't know, life seems pretty amazing, And I really don't believe that fear of your wife or your husband or your children or the world or God really makes us stronger. What do you think? But if you need to fear something, this is your life, right?
And you get to choose.
You get to choose, and you can do whatever you want, and you can come and see us. We're not going to try to give you our belief systems.
No. No.
We're just going to tell you that you're beautiful and that you are loved. And if it upsets you if we say that that which created the universe has only love for you, we won't say it. We won't say it, will we?
Yeah, and you were created powerful, more powerful than you give yourself credit for.
Yeah. And
Pure potential.
and we love you, no matter who you are, what you supposedly did, okay? Where you are in your life. Love is the answer, but it's only a part of it because self-love is the cure. All right? I'm going to be back on here today at 1 o'clock. I'll be coming on with, his name is Jesse, and he wants to share. He went and did the advanced water fast. And, you know, he's a man's man guy, and he said, called me up yesterday and said, I want to share this, Daryl. I was totally blown away by this fast. It changed me emotionally.
Yeah.
It really touched me in my heart, and it made me look at things that in my mind. And so we're going to see what he has to say here today.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we can slow down enough and eliminate things that aren't serving us, and get the support from the nutraceuticals that don't ignite the digestion,
Yeah.
support the body, you get so much clarity.
And Carla, can you just wave to everybody on Instagram for me, please? Can you come and do that? Make sure we do that every time. And I just want to say this, everyone. We've been lied to, and even our natural health practitioners are giving us misinformation. Somebody asked me to talk about this on the show here. I'm going to do a one-a-day on it tomorrow and go into more detail. But drinking lots of water is not the key. It's what kind of water. It's structured water, because that's what rainwater is, fast-moving rivers, waterfalls. And understand something. Even if you drink lots of structured water, does anybody know that when I was first in business and I was selling supplements, I thought, what a scam. Because you could just eat right. And I take my nutraceuticals, so I don't sell supplements anymore, do we? No. We sell nutraceuticals. Everything's about vibration and frequency and only. And our flagship products that we have, they are the best of what they are in the world, aren't they?
They are.
I've made sure. And I just want to say this, you're not going to get your nutrition. Most of you are poisoning yourself. But the rest of you, you're trying to get your nutrition. You actually have to pay for it. If we could get rid of the corporations, food corporations, if we can get rid of these systems, we could go back to, you wouldn't need to buy supplements. You wouldn't need a practitioner like us.
No.
Yeah, we would become obsolete, but that's okay. I'd like that, because this would be a really beautiful uplifting and a change in this world. But the reality is that even practitioners don't know. Like, people say, oh, drink Kangen water, or drink distilled water, reverse osmosis. No, it's structured water first and foremost. Kangen water will put electrons in. But you want to know what the real secret is? Drink structured water, which is structured water unit. Let me see, do I have one here?
I've got one in the kitchen.
No, they're downstairs.
Yeah.
Can you grab the structured water unit in the kitchen, please?
It's right at the sink.
Okay, so that unit will never break down, doesn't need a filter. You can put it under any tap around the world. People don't believe that. But you can take your bottled water, your distilled water, your reverse osmosis, your spring water, but if you run it through a structure unit, you'll have 1,000% better hydration. But that's still not good enough. You know why? People say, I just wish I had minerals in my water. No, you don't. That's a structure unit, okay? That's it. It comes through here and goes through here. You would even structure your wine, your alcohol, if you so drink it. You would structure everything you drink, especially because most things that people drink are poisonous, right? Anyways, so even your coffee, right? That buffers it down and protects you, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a better way to make your coffee with C60 coconut oil and also black gold. And now you've got bulletproof coffee, Dr. Detox bulletproof coffee, which is amazing. Anyways, let me go back to what I was saying. So I'm just going to say this right now. Does anybody know what really hydrates the body? Electrolytes. Does anybody know what they are? Electrolytes are trace minerals that have electricity in them. I hope you get this. Now, we have a product that's called, and this is, you can say, oh, here comes the marketing, but go do your homework and then prove me wrong. Our trace minerals have been proven to have a more of electrical charge than any trace minerals on the planet. There's a company called Concentrace, and whether you want to believe this or not, their product's full of mercury. And it comes out of the Utah lake, where ours comes from the runoff of the Arctic. And what happens is those minerals that come from the runoff, and we're not talking climate change, guys, please, let's not go there. Anyway, so now the runoff goes into the ocean, and then the plant life actually take these highly charged minerals and make it into plant minerals. And those are the best minerals in the world. So now if you were to take like 1/16 to 1/8 of a teaspoon of black diamond, which is humic fulvic, which is missing from all the soils. And ours is the only product that is actually processed without chemicals. Let that sink in. And you were to do that, it will hold, it'll hold 300% of its weight in heavy metals, parasites, blood parasites, cellular parasites, brain parasites, and it will drop off, 80 micronutrients, But if you also do our Beyond Ormus minerals, they have the highest electrical charge of any minerals on the planet. And it's also an Ormus, which means it works on the body on an emotional, mental, you'll feel it. You'll feel the buzz in your brain. Now, if you add black diamond and Ormus minerals, which only make the water taste better. Now, if somebody who has a real problem in they need to go up to high as 80 drops. Someone who's just wanting just to do it, 40 drops. That's all it is a day. It costs you hardly anything, does it?
Yeah.
It's so inexpensive. And then just 1/16 to 1/8 of a teaspoon, 2 to 3 times a day of the black diamond. And then you put that into the structured water, because structured water hydrates 1,000% better. I hope you're getting this, because this is the real truth. And structured water is the only water that actually eliminates blue light poisoning and 5G EMF from your blood and your lymph properly. This has all been proven. So what we want to do is we want to empower you that you do not need us. Do you ever think about this? How many practitioners have people coming in weekly for years?
Yeah.
Seriously, and nobody ever thinks about it, because guess what? We've been programmed. That's as good as it gets.
I don't know about you. I'm done with as good as it gets.
Yeah.
I want to thrive.
You're as good as it gets. When you decide that you have unlimited potential and that which created the universe has only loved you ever and has given you the power to rise, to rise.
Yeah. I read once something about we were giants drowning in 2 feet of water. All we have to do is stand up in our power. That's all we have to do. And really honor these bodies, come back to the body and start protecting it, loving it, nourishing it, strengthening it.
I know most of you don't believe it and you fear a lot of your beliefs, but you should sit back with all confidence in the world and look at your personality with love. Go download the PDG guide.
Yeah.
PDGfree.com. Go in and take a look at the 12 loving steps and do the mirror work. Do the Braveheart Love Band. 3, 2, 1, I got this. 3, 2, 1, I am love. 3, 2, 1, there's a new sheriff in town. 3, 2, 1, I am not going to abuse myself anymore. That's the old me. And every time that you snap this, you're snapping back to the present. That's the only place you have power. This is a kiss, because I hear it's illegal to kiss yourself now. And this is as snug as a hug around your wrist, because you love yourself. My God, do you think that maybe you could love yourself? Let me see if you could love yourself for one day. That means you don't call yourself an idiot. You do not eat a croissant. Okay? No. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Every time you do a flour product, you do sugar, you do any processed foods, it shuts the front lobe down and it makes you dumb. Okay? Why do you think they feed you bread and alcohol just before you order? Okay, what would you like to drink? We're going to bring you bread. Do you never think why they bring you a whole basket of bread? It's so that they shut your lobe down, and now you're not coming from your feeling, and you're going to order more food, you're going to drink more drink. Once you shut your lobe down, you're dumber. Welcome to flour, welcome to sugar, welcome to alcohol, welcome to all processed foods. Okay? Yeah, but I made the bread with organic grains. No. No, you're shutting your lobe down. You know, if you want to eat whole grains, that's a different story, right? Okay? But you know, the more healthier it is, I get it if you're going to eat bread. But anyways, what would you like to say to everyone before we say goodbye?
Just know that you've got the power in you to heal yourself. You can become your own practitioner. You know you better than anyone else, and just start. And if you don't start now, you've got another moment. You've got another breath, and just know that this body was created to keep you upright and moving forward in a beautiful, glowing, feeling way. We have to learn how to feel through life, not just do life.
And talking about feeling, okay? So if I'm going through my life and I'm not judging anyone, I'm not hurting anyone, I will allow everyone to be what they need to be, okay? Why should I care what people think of me? You think about that one. Because guess what? Mind your own business. Learn to love and care for yourself. Do not judge people when they judge you, okay? And if you can't handle being in the kitchen because there's just too much chaos there, then guess what? I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute. Go in there and breathe. Center yourself. And then guess what? Opt out. You know what? I got a lot to do. I'm going to go. Nobody said you had to be there. And I'm going to tell you, do I live like that? Do I stay anywhere? Okay? No. That's going to actually bring my vibration down or distort it?
No, we have a choice. You know, we really do have a choice. And when we honor our body and what is bringing us down and what brings us back up, we become more in tune in what we need and start doing it. And it really is just baby steps in the right direction.
This is where that song needs to come on. Don't bring me down.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. But you have that choice. You know, you can go down.
Or total. Hold the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
That's what we need. More songs like that.
Or maybe Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah.
Huh?
Or You're the Greatest.
How about we roar?
Yeah.
Rafa?
Yes,
How about we roar?
I got it. So we can hear in the social media.
There it is. Okay? So guess what? Find your roar.